Hi. Hi everyone, welcome back to another special Saturdays with Bluerose Publishers. I am Vanshika Oberoi and we're here again with another author, another story yet again. So we'll just wait for a few more people to join us and yeah, we'll get started then. So before starting, let me just tell you a little bit about why we do these special Saturdays. So yeah, book तो बहुत जगह promote हो जाती है, but we want you guys to get to know our authors a little bit, why they write what they write, what's their psyche behind it, and so that you get to know our authors a little bit and their stories from themselves. And if any of you are looking to publish any books, look no further. Bluerose Publishers is right here with you. Just give us a call on 8882-898-898. Or you can also visit our website bluerose1.com. So we'll just wait for our author to join us, and before that let me give you a little introduction about who our author today is. So today's author is Gautam Banopadhyay. He is a distinguished figure in civil engineering and has been in the corporate workforce for more than 47 years. Right now, he's the head of Department of Civil Engineering at Om Dayal Group of Institutions, and his current dream is to mentor students and current engineers to become the future leaders that they will. So he sure sounds like an amazing man. Let's just wait for him a little bit, and then you will get to meet the man behind the story himself. So he's written a book called Civil Engineering 101. So if any of the engineers are watching this, you know what to get now. Your complete guide is right here, and I think our author is going to be here any moment. But yeah, so till then, if any of you, again I'm saying, if any of you want to publish your book, don't hesitate, don't give it any second thoughts. Just come to us and we are going to be here. Bluerose Publishers is always going to be here to guide you in your journey and for any sort of help that you will ever need. And okay, I also so let me just tell you a little bit more about Bluerose. Okay, sir is here. Hello sir, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too sir. I think you just have to flip the camera to yourself.
Yeah. So, good morning everybody. Good noon.
I don't think we can see you right now, sir. Can you just flip the camera to yourself?
Yeah. I'm audible?
You are audible, sir. Yes, just flip the camera towards yourself, the third button on the screen, and we'll be able to see you. Right, sir.
That's okay?
Yes, sir, that's great. How are you doing today?
Very good. Good afternoon.
Right. So I have given a little brief introduction of yours to the audience about who you are and the amazing work that you've done as a civil engineer. And your current goal is to mentor students to become the amazing leaders that they're supposed to be. So anything that you would like to say to the audience before we get started?
Yeah. So let me introduce myself first. Correct? So I am a seasoned. Hello? Yeah? Can I go ahead?
Of course.
So I'm a seasoned civil engineering professional with a rich and background and having knowledge of work in the industry as a consultancy firm and EPC firm, okay, and even in construction firm. So So I have varied knowledge of industry and design, and now actually I am in teaching profession. So that is my credential in my table. Okay. Now currently I am contributing to the teaching profession in the field of teaching profession, as I would like to share my experience and insight to the next gen. Okay, so that is the actually of the motto and motivation for me to share the knowledge with the students, next generation people. So that is briefly my background.
That's amazing to hear, sir. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Before that, thank you so much for doing this with us, sir. And yeah, let's just dive straight into it. So, but before getting into your book straight away, we want to know you a little bit. You are a civil engineer, a professor right now, a father, a husband. So much. You play so many roles, but how do you describe yourself? Who's Gautam Bandyopadhyay?
Yeah, actually, as a professional, I have already explained my position and my credential in my table. Now, I am a daughter. I have one daughter of 32 years. She is also a private exchange professional and urban planner. So she is in actually Boston Consulting Group, and I and my wife stay at Kolkata, and she stays at Delhi with her husband. So that is my background, and actually why I have choose to write the book. Okay, I'll come one by one. You let you question me, and then I'll answer. So I feel very good and rather motivated from my family, that is my wife and daughter, to write such books and share my knowledge with these people, who are next generation people, so that I can contribute certain things to the society.
That's amazing, sir. So, you spent almost 5 decades being an engineer. How did you know that engineering was something that you wanted to get into? Like, did you always know this was your dream and this is what you want to do for the rest of your life?
Actually, I discovered my passion for civil engineering during my academic years. That is when I was, in class 12, or just started to join the this degree colleges. Okay, so that is in the beginning of my academic year. The blend of creativity and problem solving, that tangible impact actually has passion me to go for civil engineering, because we civil engineers are building the nation. Okay, so by constructing various bridge is actually connecting one people to other, another country to country. So that is bridging. So bridging the gap between people, that comes in the civil engineering. So if you look at the ancient history, so unless civil engineers are there, all these structures cannot be built. Okay, now you can take up this example of Burj Khalifa. This is 248-meter high. Okay, so that is also creation of civil engineers. So from very beginning, Egypt structures and all these things has actually created me to think about the study about the civil engineers. So that is the that passion for civil engineering drive into to take the course of civil engineering in my academic years. And you know that civil engineering have the interdisciplinary activities. So that also, when I joined in professional, so that also come into force when not only civil engineering, because ultimately when you are gaining experience, you have to be a manager. Okay, you have to manage people. You have to share your strategy to others. So that also interdisciplinary action also drive me to take up this course, and which actually I feel was very tangible to take this to this core professional as a core professional.
Well, I can just honestly see the passion for your field when you talk about it. And it's so refreshing to see that in a that's great. So you've also been a professor for more than 10 years, right? For almost a
Yes,
decade.
yes.
So why did you get into, like, do you enjoy teaching? And is it a rewarding? That's why you got into it?
I can honestly say that I thoroughly enjoy every aspect of this teaching profession because my motivation is students and of course my family, and to share my knowledge, my experience to the students next generation so that they can be benefited from my where I have faced problems. So that problem solving criteria should born into the students, heart. Okay, so that they can the struggle in life should be very easy and they can face any professional hazard so that they can take their engineering profession to the next rooftop so that they can think of about anything out of the box. So that's why I'm enjoying, sharing my knowledge. And when they ask in a classroom, when my teachers, junior teachers and students ask me questions on the practical problems related to practical problems, I feel very enthusiastic and to share with them the life problems, how to solve the face of problems and solve the engineering problems. I'm talking about the engineering problem and to be a successful engineer, professional civil engineer. Because when actually you solve the problem and you complete that task, that is, it's a great joy. So that passion should be, I try to bring that passion as it inherited, they should inherit it from me. So that is, I am enjoying as a teacher for them.
Well, it must feel to be great around, young minds day in and day out. Is there any difference that you see in today's, let's say, Gen Z versus you when you were in college? It was the 70s, right? So
Yes.
today's generation versus you at your college days, how does that feel?
Okay, during our years, even I have not used, rather we have not used even a calculator. That was not invented that time. So we have started calculating with slide rules. Okay, and nowadays, almost, it is also 3 decades. We are using the software, computer, the smartphone, all these things. So that advantage, definitely there is a sea change. Okay, there is a sea change in this, the 4 decades. But there are certain advantages and there are disadvantages also. What are the advantages? Advantages of this generation. They are. Any software that is in their hand now. So very easily and within no time they can solve the problem. But in our time it was not there. But you have to learn from the basics. That is actually missing in this generation. So actually we have learned everything on paper. You have to calculate everything. And now the students, or this generation, they are using software and they are getting the output. So that is not actually very good. But yes, because now it's a jet area, so in jet speed we have to work. So definitely you have to use the software. But as well as they should learn how to solve the problem without software. So that is actually the professor or teacher have they should guide the students in that fashion. So you use the software, but before using the software, you calculate that thing on pen and paper. Okay, then only the basic will be clear to you. Then you use the software, so you save the time. When you are joining as a professional, then the time is the criteria, so you can with no time you can solve the problem. But basic you should know. So that is the very distinct sea change. That is the difference between time and now. Okay, and it is a digital world now. So definitely we should use those softwares, but you should know everything.
Digital age, though it is possible to go back to those old school days and like those human ways or those laborious tasks in today's digital age and with the patience level that today's generation has, honestly.
Yeah, they have passion. I don't say that they don't have any passion. Okay, they have passion, but most of the people, they actually they like to go for a shortcut method. That is not actually good. They should not go in life. I mean, there is no shortcut method. You have to go. You have to grill yourself. I mean, professor and I mean people around him or her should grill them, so they will be seasoned enough to take care of the problem faces in their life, engineering life and personal life also. So they should be grilled and they should go through those processes.
Do you like to do
That
that
is
to your
my advice.
grill them?
Hello?
Do
Yes?
you like your students in real life? Like, is that something you apply?
Yeah, they actually see ask me a lot of questions which actually I enjoy. Okay, that is related to the present day and the practical aspect of the problem. So only learning the theory will not help. Okay, so they have to learn how to solve that practical problem. That's why in our curriculum, engineering curriculum, we take the students to the industry event for visits. Okay, so that they can feel what actually it is after learning the theory, how to apply those things in the practical field, so that they learn and they enjoy a lot. So they always request us, sir, after this week, let us go to some industry and let us visit some industry so that we can learn more and more. So we also emphasize to take them to the field and learn, and to the laboratory, so how to get the things done. So that has to be correlated. So practical experience has to be correlated with the theory. Unless it is, I mean, you know the basic theory, you will not be able to execute those things. But to execute those things, you have to know how you are facing the problem. Because when you are learning this theory in a college classroom, that actually there is very little relation with the actual this practical field. So you have to mold yourself using those basics, how to crack those problems. So that is also, I mean, practical training is also required for the engineers, any engineers.
That's true. So is there any particular incident of your student that has really stayed with you? You know, maybe any funny incident that happened in these 10 years that you just want to remind us today and we can just have a laugh.
Yes. So I'll mention one incident. Actually, in my college there was a student. Okay. So actually, I mean, to most of them I guide them on career, because why you are learning, why you are, I mean, this education is required, because ultimately you have to join some professional field and you have to earn money. That is the criteria actually at the end of the day. So I have guided them, I mean, many students, even, I mean, now also, that's why I'm now acting as an advisor. So where actually, how you will grow your career. See, everybody knows this X, Y, Z, but how to reach to that position, everybody knows, because they are young enough, no? So they don't know about the practical thing. So I told them, if you are interested in design, then you have to join consultancy firm. If you are interested in construction field, then you have to take higher studies. Okay, I mean design also. But these are the university you should join, and then come back and then join your niche field. Okay. So some of them have actually, with my guidance, they have went to Leeds University, London, and they have 2 years course they have completed, and now they are working in a very good position in consultancy firm. Okay, so actually one of the students, after doing his advanced construction management from Nipah University, Pune, so he came back. He has not joined actually professional field. Now he is also teaching, and I told him, if teaching is your passion, so I can take you, on a day basis, you join our college because you are a student. I'll give that chance, improve yourself and learn. So one day after joining here, he was very he can draw various sort of sketches, portrait. Okay, so one day he came with my with pencil sketch of one of my portraits. So that actually it's a emotional thing for me, and that actually I got that prize from my students. So that is something it will be known to me for life.
That does sound incredibly special. That's so sweet. Okay, so let's come to your book. How did writing come into your life? Like, what inspired you to write this book, Civil Engineering 101?
Excuse me, please.
I'm asking, how did writing come into your life? What inspired you to write this book?
Okay, actually, see, my book is based on your metro system and engineering. Okay, this is actually curriculum under the AICT curriculum. It is under 7th cell. It is actually engineering textbook. Okay, so writing engineering book and your creative writing is different. Okay. Creative writing is different, and engineering writing theory, any engineering, not only engineering, any physics, chemistry, mathematics, that is different. Creative writing, you have to create on your own. But engineering and textbook for, say, other art, science, that is, you have to follow the curriculum activities. Okay. What actually it is there. So I saw that there is actually no such books on this subject under AICT curriculum. All books are written by the foreign authors, and which cost 18,000, 19,000 rupees. So our students in India, they will not be able to afford those things. So I started thinking to write such books so that it will be easier for the students to go through the book, to acquire knowledge, and not only that, at the end of this book, I have given question and answer also. So that will be very helpful for the student also. That's actually, I thought of this way, and I planned that way, and then it is now, you have published my book.
That's great. So, like, between your personal life and also your time as a professor, was there any particular routine that you followed while writing this book? Because writing a book in itself is an entire task. So, how did you manage that?
Well, see, actually, last 3 years, actually, I was teaching this subject. Okay, so I was preparing notes for the students. So those are my main manuscripts for this book. Okay, but finally, actually, in the last 3-4 months, that means from the month of last May, I put it on, edited certain things, then rewrite, and then all these things. Then these books have actually taken proper shape with question and answer. But I have thought of writing this thing, and how manage. You are asking me that how you manage your personal life and all this profession. So actually, you have to plan anything. Unless you plan, you are disciplined. How to go about this? You have to chalk out the plan first. Okay. So what are the things should be there in your book? Keeping in related to your keeping in students' mind and curriculum. So you have to chalk out those plans. because it should be a time bomb. If you take 2-3 years, then you will not be able to succeed, because that by that time somebody else also write books on this subject, and then it will be of no use to others. So you have to discipline, and you have to plan. Say during night time, so that in night when everybody will sleep, so that will be quiet and calm. Okay, so that also you can think of, or on the weekends you can think of those things, but there should be a proper planning, there should be discipline. By this day, by month end, I have to complete this much of chapters, detailed chapter with answer, then only you will be able to reach your goal. Otherwise, you will not be able to reach your goal. But one thing I tell, Bluerose publishers have ignited me. Why? I have seen their one advertisement. You complete your book in 90 days. So that is also actually give me and discipline, and I have to complete book by 90 days. I could have taken many more days, but I have not. I have maintained that thing. 90 days. I have to complete that book. It should be published and it should be distributed. So that also ignited me. Bluerose, that ad also ignited me to take this challenge.
Well, it is meant for that. Thank you so much, sir. That means a lot to us. So now that you've written one book, do you plan on writing any more books on maybe another topic?
Sure, certainly. Certainly, I'll write many more books. I have planned. So next, actually, from next month, I'm starting writing another book, Professional Practice. That is also engineering subject. That comes under actually 8th sem in the engineering. So that is actually based on the civil engineering practices. Okay, it also helps the architectural students also. Okay, so that I have in mind, and I have started also scribbling those notes. So I think in next 6 months I'll be able to publish another book.
That's great. I can't wait to get my hands on your new book as well. Before coming to the end of this live, is there anything that you would like to say to the audience, that why should they, go and buy your book, Civil Engineering 101? Why should they go and read this book?
See, actually, why they should buy? Because this is explained in this book, explained with graphics, sketches, and in detail. What actually, as a basic civil engineering, to know the metro system and engineering, what are the requirements they should know. So if they go through the content, it is very clear. Intention is very clear. And then all the chapters with all details and data. Okay. In India and for abroad, data also included with graphs, sketches, and live photos. So they will love to read this area, because one of my ex-students, he has given me the comment that this book you have not published earlier, so that we have missed. But now I am reading this book, and actually we are enriching ourselves to go through these books, and we now know what is metro rail and system. And they have also mentioned one thing: the book quality, this book quality page and this version, sketches are published by you are very quality. Okay, so they are enjoying reading these books, and I also expect other students. With your publicity, I expect that this will be circulated to many people, many students, and if it is better, if you can approach AICT, so they should keep this book in their this curriculum as a course book. Okay, so that will be helpful for the students, and they will be enriched going through the books. So that you can take up with AICT. I'm also trying, but you can also this book they should take as their textbook under this subject. Yeah. Yes,
yeah, so I think that's all that we can hope for. And it was great. I think you guys heard the plan himself, why you should go buy this book. Any engineers out there, it is going to be an amazing guide for you all. So, Civil Engineering 101 by Gautam Bandyopadhyay is live on Amazon, Flipkart, and Bluerose shows and Kindle. So, go check that book right now. And thank you so much for doing this with us, sir. It was a pleasure hearing it from you. And again, if any of you are wondering to publish your own books, you know where to reach out to us. You can just give us a call at 888-898-898, and you can also visit our website bluerose1.com. And any last words, sir?
Thank you so much. I mean, helping me to publish my book, and in future also I'll go with you if I complete my book. Okay. Thanks a lot to, please convey my regards to Aksha Dayu. Okay. Thank you.
I want to make sure to do that, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, guys, for being here with us. We'll see you next Saturday with another author, another story. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.